last time we left off, what we did was we had took all of the connectors and we labeled all of the connectors, such as oil pressure. I believe this is a crank sensor here. We have a cam sensor here, so we label them. Then the next step is, after you label them, you take each one and you find out their pin assignments. So this one here says, and I'll turn it right side up so you can see it, it's R60, which is red, 60. This one down here, B3, blue 3. And we did that for all the wires in the harness. And after that, we laid it out on the engine the exact same way that it's going to be when he has it in his car. For this application, he's running a Victor Jr. intake, and he's running a throttle body, the elbow on the throttle body out the side. So that's why his throttle position and idle air control sensors are on the passenger side. And he's also going to need intake air temp sensor. It's also going to be on the passenger side. That way when he's running the speed density tune, he can dial it in with using his intake air temp as well. Coils are over here, passenger side coils. They'll just plug in like so. Also has his map sensor, which he's going to mount inside the intake here. And then on the driver's side, he's going to run a low mount, and you can see the wire here, a low mount alternator, coolant temp sensor here, injectors on this side. So this is pretty much it. And then we'll take this. These are all of the ignition wires for the injectors on the driver's side. We'll run them into one single wire, and they'll be fed by one fuse on the driver's side. And then on the passenger side, it'll be the same thing. We'll have a fuse for itself for the bank 1 coil pack, as well as the, down here somewhere, bank 2 coil pack. And then after that, all I did was took, you can use anything, I used wire because I had a little bit of household wire laying around, 12-2, and all I did was I measured from about the middle of the engine, or the middle of the intake, all the way to inside the car. And again, like I said, this technique was used by a gentleman named Pocket on the forums. If you do a Google search for Pocket wire harness, it'll come up step-by-step details. Same thing that I'm using here. This is just the crank position sensor here, and it'll run around and go in right behind the alternator, right behind the starter there. But like I said, all I did was took the Romex wire and I ran it so we can see about where we need to lop it off at. So as you see, most of the wires stop before the end of the Romex wire, so they'll all have to be lengthened. But we have a few that are about the right length here, stop about at the right spot. Then we have a few that are a lot longer, and they'll have to be shortened. So this is it. Basically, we got a few grounds that are hanging out here, and these grounds will go back into we have the ground cables over here, and we'll run those. We have 4 grounds for the PCM. That's all in this little pack here, and then the rest will come off and we'll tie into somewhere like here for the other grounds, and then you'll be able to ground it to the block, to the body, to the frame, wherever you want to ground it to. And that's pretty much it. Got a few more wires here. This is from another harness that we're doing for the S10. So this is the S10 harness. It's all laid out, so that's why you guys haven't really seen much of the S10. I haven't really had a lot of time, been working a lot lately. So once we get done with that, we'll get that back going. But that's it. So I hope this video helps you guys in doing your own swaps.